Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of the DTpodcast, where we will bring you anime impressions for the summer season. Or was it fall?
It should be the fall season.
Fall season. I'm sorry, I screwed up. Anyway, today will be only me, TJ, and TK will be bringing you these false impressions. Say hi.
I
Yes, we are all feeling like shit today because of events that transpired recently.
well,
But anyway.
technically, I'm always feeling like this.
Yeah, I went to an event yesterday, so yeah, pretty shitty. Feel like shit. But yeah, moving on. We shall start with the fall. We shall begin by talking about the fall season, which has a pretty decent amount of shows.
Yes, despite the initial, the fall listings where it pretty much shows that there's gonna be a lot of mediocre shows. It turned out to be pretty balanced, I would say.
Well, this I'm following like more than one show, which is already a good sign. I never watch more than one show usually, so
Yeah.
there you go.
So,
But
yeah.
okay, without further ado, let's start. We don't want to waste too much of your time. So, first show on this fall is One Punch Man.
Yeah, a lot of hype surrounding this.
Yeah, I think this show was, I believe, most people's most anticipated show of this fall.
Yeah, that's
With
true.
good reason. With good reason.
Yeah, they even have the entire design is even the logo design is even Iron Man-esque.
I'm sorry, but Stark got nothing on this.
Oh yeah. Well, even there's a cyborg kid that the cyborg kid can't even stand up to him. So yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, if anyone who's not familiar with One Punch Man is a show about a superhero who literally one punches everyone into oblivion.
Yes, they have enemy designs ranging from Dragon Ball to gigantic kaijus, robots, and all that, and he kills them all in one punch. So
Yeah,
all of
basically,
you, yeah.
Yeah, overpowered superhero.
So they have this charm where you would see some enemies resembling from Dragon Ball. You see some dragons that look a lot like Godzilla. Those classic enemy archetypes that you would see on olden animes and stuff. He would be able to kill all of them in one punch. It's basically a parody show of sorts.
Yeah, think of it as a satire of sorts of the typical superhero genre, of more or less.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, this was originally a web comic, which then got picked up by the mangaka who did iShield 11, if I recall correctly.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
iShield
So,
was pretty good from what I heard.
So basically the original Dojinshi was on a webcomic, and then the iShield author like collabed with him and he started serializing it for him basically.
That's cool.
Yeah. So now we have it in anime form, which is Madhouse clearly threw a lot of animation money into this. This thing has probably a very huge budget because the animation is amazing.
Yeah. The explosion effects, the fighting, even when the buildings are collapsing, it's just amazing. It's like, even when they cracked open the floor, you see rubble that was animated in 30 frames, purely 30 frames to 45 frames a second. It's so smooth.
I do not know the exact FPS this thing is going at, but yeah, I mean, it's cannot be disputed that Madhouse had a lot of budget to work with. As to whether they will keep it up for the remaining 12 for the entire 12 episode run, we are not sure, but so far 3 episodes, pretty strong.
Yes.
And for those of you who are concerned about plot, I'm sorry to say at this one, I would say that the plot isn't very strong.
It's paper thin. The plot is paper thin. It's just an action romp. It's a pretty good one though.
Yeah. If you're expecting something serious, at least this probably isn't the show for you. If you want something that is stupidly over the top, stupidly ridiculous, and just plain out insane, then yeah, this is the show for you. I would quote a friend. I quote my friend who would summarize it as such: "Anti up the anime."
Yeah. Yeah. And interestingly enough, there is this. They do put a whole there is a moral behind this show. So there's no need for any talent or incredible gift of God. It's just pure hard work. It's like Saitama himself is not biologically engineered, gifted superhero. He's just trained until he gets bald.
But we don't know how true is that though. It seems a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 3-4 episodes in, so let's see whether by the end of this season we'll get a special revelation of sorts.
If you want something insanely stupid, there isn't much to say. You either love it or hate it. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point you should be watching it already. The hype has been pretty big surrounding it. Anyone want to watch it? Yep. So give it a try. If you're still on the fence.
If you haven't watched it yet, give it a try. If you don't like it, that's fine because it's clearly a very specific type of show.
And hey, Jam Project is doing the opening, so yeah.
Very spirited opening.
Yes.
All right.
Moving on.
The next show is Concrete Revolutio Choujin Gensou.
This show is an oddball. Did you watch? You watched the first episode, right?
I did not actually.
Oh, you did not? Okay, so
I did not.
All right, this show is something that I would not know how to describe it. It's animated by Bones, and apparently it's an original story. And I checked the genre. It appears to be a seinen genre show.
But I just read the plot summary. It sounds like super generic, so I don't know how it will fare with me lah.
It's balls, because right now you by reading it sounds generic, but watching it's nothing generic at all. But the plot wise it throws you off so much. It's like for 1 second it's in the present. It's like their timeline is like Apotheosis 41 or something like that, and then in the next 10 minutes it shows you to the future, which is in Apotheosis 51, like 10 years into the future, where the main lead character is now the enemy.
Okay, I don't know what to make of this. I probably have to give it a try because judging from the initial summary, it didn't really gather any interest for me. So maybe I'll give it a go after this.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really understand the show, so that's why I've been giving such a vague description. But other than the plot and the story, I like the character design. I like the overall design of the show. It's really Bones-esque, I would say. It's colorful.
Bones lah.
Yeah, it's really colorful. The action animation is also pretty good. So this season actually has pretty good action-y filled shows.
Okay.
And it has one of the weirdest ending songs I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's just purely music, and you have mouths with legs, grasshoppers with a human face, things going around.
This is some surreal shit going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not know what this show is doing, but I'll be watching it to see what it ends up being. It's weird. It's weird. I cannot. It's weird. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, moving on. The next show is this season's Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Right.
So, Okada Mari writing a Gundam series. I did not expect this to happen, but yeah. For the first time, I'm actually picking up a Gundam series.
Okay. Because I, for one, I was never a Gundam fan because it's Gundam. But anyway, this one is, I actually like this one.
Same.
I really sincerely do like this one.
Yes, agreed. For Okada Mari's first stint in a Gundam series is pretty good. It's solid, I would say. Although she has written several mecha shows before, but she has been quite known as the queen of drama writing. So we'll see where this leads. So far the action is pretty good.
Action is sound. Animation quality has been great. There's no 3D robots. Oh, thank God.
No overly dramatic scenes. Until now, anyway.
So far, anyway, we've only seen 3 episodes, but 3 episodes without a whiny protagonist, without a bullshit Imperial Princess doing pointless shit, and yeah, it's pretty solid. And what I expected, what the subplot I expected to last 3 episodes, finished Cow Team in 1 episode, which was pretty impressive. I was happy.
Yes. The political play in this first 3 episodes was great. It keeps you hooked.
Yeah, I so far like it. Like, it's pretty dark. I feel that it's pretty darker than usual anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main mech doesn't seem to be, well, the main mech will be the main mech lah, but it doesn't seem to be as featured so far, which is kind of good because I want to see more
the characters
plot development.
Yeah, the characters are great. They are really well written. It's like
I feel like there's a Simon Kamina thing going on between the two guys.
Yes, definitely. So if you're worried that if you're ever your one complaint about Gurren Lagann is that Simon started out being a whiny ass kid. This is Simon when he lost Kamina.
Yeah, he does seem very he doesn't seem to give a lot of emotion, you know.
Oh,
like Mikasugi.
That's the one thing that I like about him. He doesn't seem to give a lot of emotion at first, but when things started happening, you can see that he's human.
So far, not really.
I watched the
last. Seems to be.
Yeah, I watched the last episode, like when the 2 sisters,
he just went and like choked the guy.
Yeah, he nearly killed that person out of pure rage. So
yeah, but that seems like he seems to have anger issues.
Well, seeing him, he can kill in the blink of an eye. So yeah.
He's a child soldier. Seems to be like super like he trusts like what's his name again?
Olga.
Yes, Olga. He seems to trust him like blindly. You know, I'm not sure what's going on. Like they show like hints of the past, but we're not sure what's going on. But so far, like there's enough intrigue to keep you going, and there's enough intrigue of the past to keep you going, and the plot with the current plot arc where they are like trying to rebuild their entire group and so forth seems pretty okay so far.
Oh yeah, and there's no ridiculous boy meets Gundam out of nowhere situation.
There was no. It's kinda ridiculous, slightly. I mean, I wouldn't say ridiculous. It's like it's just convenient lah.
Right,
like conveniently lah.
It's a bit convenient, but they did set up early on that that Alayashiki system that they were implanted into their body was previously used for the old war.
For mobile suits, yeah.
Yeah, for the old war.
It's just that
it's compatible.
Yeah, just that my little gripe with the premiere was they got the Arayashiki system into the mech pretty fast.
I think it's because it's already built for it. But
no, this is just me like being nitpicking already lah. But overall, I like the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I think my impression will have to hinge on how they do the space battles. Because right now, for realism's sake, these child soldiers has been fighting on land, and to fight on space, you need years of training.
Because right now, because their reasoning for the system was that it makes you like intuitively move because it's the mobile suit is a similar structure to a human body.
Yeah.
So it should work on instinct. But then when you're in space, it should be a different story.
Yeah, I just hope it don't turn into like he is actually what's that term they use in the original Gundam? Like a new type. Like the moment they reach space, is like they are in tune to space because they are born with that genetic alteration.
Please,
that bullshit.
Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit, please.
please don't make Mika a new type. Okadamari, please keep him realistic. So yeah.
Yeah, because I do like it because of it seems a bit more grounded than usual.
Oh yeah, and speaking about Gundams, we have to talk about mecha designs. How do you feel about this new Gundam?
I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't like it that much because I was never really a fan of the. I know it's a trademark of Gundam. I know it's what makes Gundam Gundam, but I don't like it. It's just me. I don't like the horns.
Okay.
I know it's a trademark. I know it's there to signify this is the lead Gundam. I understand. I understand that. I just understand that everyone else likes it doesn't mean I should like it.
Well, okay, acceptable. But-
Like yes, it's you like it, fine, no problem. Power to you. I don't like it. I like the freaking mobile workers.
Oh yeah, they are really close to original Night Frames, right? Nightmare Frames.
I like the mobile workers, and I like the that grunt mech that the Galagahorn was using.
Yes.
The Greys,
Yeah.
the Greys. It looks
Yes.
like a freaking nightmare frame. I like nightmare frames. Yeah, so I prefer that.
Uh-huh.
Then again, it's no secret. Like I've always liked all the grunt mechas.
Like the Sinanju type of designs, right?
Not Chenanju is an exception because that's like the one of the leader ones.
Okay,
But I've
okay.
always liked Zaku's.
Okay. I'm bad with Gundam lore because, well, I just started anyway. So yeah.
I know jack shit about Gundam lore, so my information may not be correct, but this is just what I know from observation. I always like Zaku's, and I like the Gyara Zulus from the Unicorn verse because come on, they look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Satria is awesome.
everything else I don't like. Like come on, I don't like Unicorn. Screw that.
Okay,
I don't like
okay.
it.
Alright,
But yeah,
acceptable.
off,
Understand.
off topic. But yeah,
So far, I'm okay with the mech design. I heard people complaining about the
about
abdomen.
Barbatos.
Complaining about the Barbatos because of the abdominal area is not properly covered. You can see the hydraulics.
I
Exposed?
don't mind that because isn't it supposed to be like rebuilt back using scrapyard parts? Probably don't have enough parts for it anyway.
Yes, that's why I have no problems with it. It reminds me, the Barbatos actually reminds me a lot of Delphine from Broken Blade.
Yes, like this scrapyard
It's-
old mech which isn't supported anymore. That
It's
sort of
it's almost purely just the original frame with barely any armor because it's an old technology, but it's
Yep.
still solid and rigid enough to be. It's like a marvel of engineering. You use the least and the most basic sort of structurally sound design to make the best.
So you mean basically you just do what you can lah. Long story short.
Yeah. So yeah,
But I mean I'm not too worried about Barbatos because it looks like feasible lah. I mean the lack of armor and whatnot just tells me that we are just grabbing straws here. We don't have enough shit to even keep this thing running.
Yep. So good. It's a good start for a Gundam show, and well, the past few seasons has been giving us crappy Gundam shows from what I heard.
I never followed, but this is probably the first one I'm following, and I like it. So yeah.
Okay. Yep. We'll see
But
how
yeah,
it
I think,
ends.
long story short, I think if you're a Gundam fan, you're probably watching it already, and you probably have your own complaints about it. But for those who have never gotten into Gundam, this may be a good start for you.
Agree.
If you don't like the usual Gundam formula of whiny kid goes into a robot and by using a robot he doesn't want to fight in bloody war, and yeah, this is the one for you. You might want to give it a try. It's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, you can take it from us where both of us barely watches anything Gundam, and this turned out
Yeah.
to be a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, it seems to do something different, which I appreciate. So yeah, watch it if you don't really like Gundam, but if you still don't like it, that's fine too. It's yeah.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Next
Next
up.
show is Owarimonogatari.
Yes.
I don't think that there's much to say. If you like the Monogatari series, you're probably watching it already anyway.
The one thing I should say though, this season has quite a few mystery shows, and Monogatari is one of the better ones, which surprises me because I will get to that later. Which is Sakurako-san and Subete F are really great mystery series on their own, but Owarimonogatari is standing out to be really, really different.
Okay, now here's my question. Does this require prior knowledge of previous Monogatari shows to get into?
Oh yes.
It does lah. Okay,
Unfortunately,
so you can't just get in fresh lah.
Yeah, to know what
Okay.
the hell's going on with that girl, what's her name again? Ogi. you need to watch the previous shows because she is an enigma. I still do not understand what she is trying to achieve.
Okay, so you heard that. So you hear that, guys. So if you want to get into it, don't bother. You need to rewatch the older ones. Okay, continue.
The first episode, to note, the first episode is actually 42 minutes long. It's a 1 hour premiere. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was sort of a locked room mystery. Again, they love doing that nowadays.
Yeah, but there's a lot of that going around recently.
Yeah, and for 42 minutes, it was just basically delving into Araragi's past. It's delving into his past relating to another girl. And currently, that girl, the current arc is focused on her, which is Sodachi Oikura. And so far, for the past 4 episodes, it has been great. All episodes kept me in a lockdown. I don't even pause. So it just keep me hooked until the end. And then all of them ends with a cliffhanger, which is horrible. So yeah, Owarimonogatari, a great return to form for the Monogatari series. I dare say even better than Bakemonogatari.
Okay, because I only finished Bakemonogatari. I liked it, but then Nisemonogatari just went to hell for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree that Nisemonogatari kind of went south a bit with the fan service, while keeping the story elements.
Too much.
Yeah, while dampening the story elements. Well, then for Owarimonogatari is back to their mystery and character interactions. Is really good.
Okay. So yeah, I think long story short, if you are already a fan of Monogatari, this is a no-brainer. If you're not a fan, then you probably have to rewatch Bakemonogatari and go from there.
Yeah. Oh, and additionally, this would appear to be the last, I think, the last arc. Or there could be another arc after this, but that would be the last one. Nishio Isin is currently writing the last few novels to tie up the entire series. Oh, and what's that again? Kizumonogatari has been confirmed for next year. So yeah, Half-Life 3 is happening, folks. Half-Life 3. Yeah. You heard it here first.
All right, moving on. Next one is Yuruyuri Sanahai.
Speaking about trees, we are getting the 3rd season of Yuruyuri. I'm not gonna say a lot about this. Like you like cute girls doing cute things, stupid antics. Then watch it. So there's already been 2 seasons. You should have known about this by now. And if you're not watching if you haven't watched the first 2 seasons, you can give it a try. If you like those chaotic stuff, you would like Yuruyuri.
Okay, not for me. Anything else?
Nothing else, man. It's the same thing again in a 3rd season form. So
same shit, different show. All right.
It's the same shit. It's the same show.
Okay. All right. Next one is Taimadou Gakuen 35 Shiten Soutai.
This generic show number 352.
I shall wiki this show. I don't even know what this is.
Yep. Okay, so I'll give a short synopsis. This is a world where magic is the norm, and it is a form of art that is abused by people that they can use to attack and commit terrorist acts. And now the government has set up a school of sorts to combat magic.
To combat this, sounds like every other show.
Yeah, the generic show number 352. So yeah, this is about a squad that is currently ranked as the lowest in their school because their commander uses a sword instead of long-range weapons. The entire school is basically trained to use firearms, while he is the only one that cannot use firearms and is only using swords.
Because plot, right?
Well, yeah, because he's somehow an OP guy lah. Typical generic show number 350. I don't know. So yeah. The start was. This is one thing that I have a main complaint about this show. It's really rushed. For the first 2 episodes, is that advancement in the plot, jumps and skips around with no concern of time. I would say that even in the latest episode, it's like on the first 5 minutes they were talking about maybe entering this competition called the I actually forgot what's the competition name, but it's basically a school-wide festival where these teams, like these squads, are pitted against each other to win a championship. It will be happening soon. They didn't give you a time. They just saying it's gonna happen soon. And then in the next 5 minutes, they're already in round 2.
So it's basically
think of it as a
dodgy pacing.
You think of it as they are adapting a visual novel, a full-on visual novel the size of, let's say, Clanet, in 12 episodes. So they're getting through with stuff so fast. So even right now, even on episode 4, they're already done with the witch, the new witch characters arc. In 2 episodes, they're done with the main characters revealing on what sort of powers he can do or use. They're done with that. So the pacing is really fast. It has no actual sort of slowdowns. It's going through all the proper source material in less than 6 episodes. But so far I haven't dropped it yet because, well, I like the character interactions and the male lead. He's not a crappy male lead. I can say that the least. He can do stuff. He's skilled, and well, their character interactions are pretty cool. So they have that going for it.
Doesn't sound like it's a thing for me.
Yeah, definitely not a thing for you. So,
alright.
Comparing this with Asterisk War, Taimadou, Gakuen, Sanjugo, Shiten, Soutai could actually be the better show. I'll get to Asterisk War later. So yeah, if you're into those squad tactics, not really squad tactics, magic versus firearms sort of thing, yeah, you're gonna like this show. Oh yeah,
okay.
and the whole bringing a sword to a gunfight thing, and the sword will somehow win sort of situation. Yeah, this show.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
Right. Moving on. Sakurako-san no ashimoto ni wa shitai ga umatteiru.
Or what I would say, sexy bone detective Ito Shizuka.
Or just Detective Hekmatia.
Yeah, Detective Hekmatia. So yes, one of the three really good mystery shows this season. It started off quite nice. Throw you into a murder mystery straight up, and her fascinating quirks.
Yeah, that girl is like really she's Hekmatia lah. By the way.
Yeah, she's Coco. It's Coco Hekmatia.
Yeah, it's Coco lah. It's Coco.
And
without a doubt.
Yeah, the animation quality is pretty good though. It is being handled by
decent.
Studio Troika, the studio that did Art Noir Zero. And the mystery element so far, it has been a mystery of the week sort of thing. There's no overarching sort of huge mystery yet.
Not yet, but that's probably gonna be rectified sooner or later.
Hopefully, because they are hinging more on character development sort of thing.
But yeah, this is a pretty. You could probably compare it to I think it's quite old by now. A quite old television drama, American television drama called Bones.
Huh? Coincidence?
You probably could compare it to that. This is basically the Japanese version with the anime version with its Japanese flair.
Is it close to CSI?
Not really, because I wouldn't call it close to CSI because she's more onto actual Bones, and CSI is actual CSI.
Yeah, but the funny thing is her way of dissecting murder mystery is just basic understanding of anatomy.
Yeah, pretty much lah. And she just has this very interesting obsession with bones. Very, very.
Yeah.
What
I find amusing is that her quirks with bones, her understanding with bones, doesn't really appear when she's figuring out a murder case. well, it's basically just her understanding on how the human anatomy works. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. The science actually is sound.
Should be sound anyway. I cannot confirm nor deny any science on this show.
And hey, the bone rendering in this show is actually really, really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good lah. Overall, if you're looking for a mystery show, yeah, this is a pretty good show so far anyway.
Beautiful bones, beautiful girls, good. So it's a good story. Oh yeah, and I have to mention the third episode was actually pretty heart wrenching. The one with
Really?
Yeah, I had feels at the end, cause, well, you know, the mom had to actually sacrifice herself to save the kid.
Wait, that was episode 2
Oh, that's episode 2, or is it 3? I thought 2 was
No,
someone
2.
else.
3 was the grandma one.
Oh yeah. Then that's 2. Episode 2 was heart wrenching for me. While the third episode was okay.
I don't know. Both of them was like I was neutral, but okay.
I like it. So yeah, this is a good mystery show. If you like Roka no Yusha from last season, you would would do yourself a favor to pick this show up.
Oh well. Okay, yeah, I like it. It's good. Good mystery show. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, next show is okay. I never seen this. Asterisk
Yay.
War.
Asterisk
I'll let you handle
War.
this.
Generic show number 365. A few things I would like to mention. Lightsaber sounds, lightsaber SFX. It's overused in this show. Their weapons, they have light axes, light swords, huge Fs, shields, and double light blades, and they all use the same SFX. And well, even on the first 2 minutes, you will be seeing the lead female character being half naked. So yeah, you know where this show is going.
Yep. Not in my list. That's where it's good. That's where it's not going. All right.
Oh yeah, and this is also sharing the same sort of typical male lead, where he is a beta but overpowered as shit. Because apparently he is really good in coincidence sword techniques again.
Yeah.
So strong that even his older sister puts a limitation on him, where if he use it more than 5 minutes, he will start feeling pain all over his body or something like that.
Generic plot.
Yeah, he
Yay.
goes into this magic school, magic school again, to in search of his lost older sister.
Okay.
I have nothing much to say about this show. In comparison to Taimadou Gakuen, this show is actually weaker in terms of the aspects, because the lead female character turns from the strong, independent woman to pretty much being held on the arms by the third episode. Granted, she helps out, like she's not whimpering, nor is she being useless, but yeah, she still ends up being held in the arms throughout the entire fight, while dishing out some damage every now and then. So yeah, not really excited about this show. The music is pretty good though. Action wise, yeah. Oh, the composer is actually a DJ.
Rasmus Faber.
Yes. That's one thing.
Okay, that probably okay.
I don't know whether all the budget went to him or not.
That's probably where all the budget went to.
But yeah, the ending song has him working together with Maya Sakamoto. So I actually like the ending song. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Plot wise, it's generic. Action wise, it's generic. And there's some romance going on. So yeah, I don't like it as much.
Oh well.
I'll see what happens by the end of this season.
But you're still watching it.
Yeah, I for a few things. I might drop though. It could be the next Comet Lucifer. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
So
next show.
Moving on.
Next show is Heavy Object.
Object, yeah.
Generic name number 482.
Yeah, and also generic show number 482. I would say until Okay, I want to say this first. This is a series that was written by Kazuma Kamachi sensei, the same person who wrote the Index series, Toaru Majutsu no Index. Index was good. Or I would say is still good to this day.
Well, the light novel is.
Yeah, the light novel is, yeah. The anime wise, the first season, it took me 5 episodes to really get into it. Because, well, by the 5th episode, they only finished the Steel Magnus arc, where the male lead fights the flame magician.
Yeah.
That was good. I would have to say, once it finishes the 5th episode, it was a really good arc. Great series.
But the thing is that this Index, like, it's like hit and miss on us. It's like,
yes.
It depends on the arc. Right?
Yes. There are certain arcs that it was pretty low down, while there are certain arcs, like, let's say that Angel arc where Toma lost his memory, that was pretty intense. That was great. So, I applied the same sort of theory for Heavy Object. The first 2 episodes was generic as hell. I don't like it. It has several problems. I'm gonna state them now. One, the designs, the mecha designs, they are crappy. Logical, but crappy. It's like
I'm gonna Google this.
you Google Baby Magnum. The mech is the.
It's called Baby Magnum. Say
Well,
what?
Yeah, well, I don't mind that name because, well, it's military. They can name whatever they want. That in Call of Duty, they name a tank a war pig. So yeah.
Yeah, but come on, Warpig sounds more better. So, what the fuck is this?
I know, right? So, here, let me go look for Baby Magnum.
What the hell is? Is that a Gundam ball with a huge ass cannon coming out of his ass?
I have no idea, but okay, I got guns instead. But oh well. So
No.
so
What the
it is a huge round ball with guns sticking out of it. It's a spherical armor. It's basically that. In terms of pure science, the round surfaces deflects rounds more effectively than anything else. The mech design is one thing. Don't really like it. While in terms of the characters, they are also generic. They have a few problems. One, they over-explain everything. Two,
Yeah. Oh, you mean it's like info dump.
yes, it's like they're sneaking on the first 2 episodes. They are sneaking into this maintenance facility for the enemy mech. Instead of sneaking in, they are talking about their way of them sneaking in. So instead of just showing you, they're telling you without actually showing you how they do it. That's one problem. The second one, once they get captured, or once they found out how to defeat the mech, they ended up explaining how to defeat the mech instead of showing you how they defeat the mech. It has these problems of being, and then some of the animation is okay. It's not janky. I like the exploding animation, but then it's all 3D, so they have this janky frame rate that you can if you remember from what's that show again?
The one with the battleships,
Yeah. Asnova, yes. Janky sort of animations in the FPS. That problem. So, if you look at it in this way, where it is an actiony field show, it sucks. If you're looking at a show that it has really plot intensive and engineering intensive sort of show, it sucks. So, how should you look at this show? Apparently, once I hit episode 3, I started looking at in the way of it being a duo comedy, action comedy, a la Rush Hour. It turned out to be pretty freaking good.
Okay, so basically you need to watch it for the wrong reasons.
Yes, I started looking at I'm gonna quote Sam. It is basically Rush Hour the anime. The blonde kid would be Jackie Chan, the one with the brains, while the other kid, the one with the short hair, he would be the Chris Tucker. And it's just basically them versus huge ass mechs that can destroy cities in one gun. And then
that
for the
doesn't sound like a show for me.
then for the past 5 episodes, they've managed to do this twice, with the help of their ally heavy object, which is the princess, the baby magnum. So, looking at the way of an action comedy flick, it is actually pretty brilliant. So I'm gonna give Kazuma Kamachi Sensei an applaud here. So it is really, really, really interesting and entertaining once I took that into account. I'll be keeping it a look. It's not generic as much as I thought it became, but I'll definitely have to see what happens later in the show, because I finished the 2 arcs, which is the introductory arc and then the second action arc. For the past 2 arcs, it has just been them fighting against these huge mechs. So from the first episode to the 5th episode, it has been non-stop action. And then if you look at it as an action comedy, it's actually pretty great. Like how you should treat
basically Index. You can't just take this seriously.
Yeah, you don't take this seriously. I stepped in thinking that it's gonna be like how Index was, where it is serious.
Yeah.
Put in a world of war between 2 forces. It turned out to be crappy as hell. Nothing like Index. But if you look at it as like just basically 2 dudes trying to survive in a ridiculous situation and then making it out of it just pure luck.
Dumb luck.
Yeah, pure dumb luck and just some brains. And yeah, it's actually pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I like it so much.
Fair enough. So that's that.
So good job, Kazamachi Kazuma Sensei. Nice show.
Moving on. Let's try to wrap it up. We got like 4 shows left to go.
Yeah.
Alright,
Subete
so,
F Ninaru.
Yeah. The perfect insider. This would be the other mystery show this season, and it's pretty good so far. It's I believe it's based on an actual novel, which is already like cut and done, complete. So we should see how they adapt it. Like we should see how they're gonna adapt it.
They even there's even a live action adaptation of this series.
Okay.
Yep, but I don't know whether did they follow the same sort of plot or not.
Well, I'm at the wiki, and just so you know, the television drama's music was by Kenji Kawai.
Oh, what? Okay. I'm stating this now. I'm stating
I just
this.
saw that.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this should be interesting.
Yeah, I heard the TV series was actually really good. So that's another thing.
So yeah, we haven't seen the TV series yet, but yeah.
Considerable.
We'll probably give it a try.
Yeah, considering this show actually was pretty hyped before the premiere. I've been following certain forums. They were really looking forward to this show, and so far it has delivered, I would say. For the past 3 episodes, it did deliver. The character designs, you might need some getting used to, and it's not your whole googly eye sort of character designs. They are really...
this is the more toned down one.
Yeah, they are really crass looking.
This is like how would you describe this? It's a more it's a very dark-ish, like very solemn show. You don't watch this show if you're like you know, kind of like
being tired or lazy.
If you're tired and stressed, don't watch this show. This won't pick you up.
Yeah, and you actually need your brain power for this. They drop in clues for you 24/7.
Yeah. This looks like a pretty good mystery show so far. 3 episodes in, looks pretty good.
And again, it's a locked room murder mystery.
Yeah, there's a lot of locked room murder mysteries going around these past few seasons. But this one is also, it seems to, I think it's be able to stand on its own.
If anything, the Japanese got the whole locked room mystery down to a T. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and another thing is, I think you'll probably enjoy this show a bit more if you understood some IT terminology.
Oh yeah, they have the whole operating system thing.
Yeah, like they're going into OS, Unix, and whatever shit going in here. So I think it'd be better if you had at least some basic understanding of what these things are.
Yeah, this is really great. And one thing, I'm gonna put this out. The subtitle is the perfect insider. Speculations abound. Whatever happens inside, the perfect
Yeah,
insider.
I
That's the
think
most I'm gonna say.
this will probably be a very good show because it's already ended, or source material is already done. Yeah, they have a successful TV drama. So yeah, I think it's safe to say if you want a murder mystery, this is probably a good one to watch.
And yeah, dialogue abound. Dialogues going. It's basically a show where it's all dialogues. You won't see any
Yeah.
actiony sequences. The
Yeah.
most, I think this show reminds me a lot of Kara no Kyokai and Moyo no Hako. Moyo no Hako in particular, because that show is also a mystery murder series, dialogue heavy, and for the first 5 episodes or so, it throws you off completely. So you have no idea what the hell's going on until the last episode, where everything is revealed to you, and in the most satisfactory moments as well. So let's see
Okay.
whether this show holds up. I'm thinking it would.
Yeah, I think it would. I think I have high hopes for this show. It should turn out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you're looking for another murder locked room mystery, yeah, pick this up. I think even though if you're sick of it, if you're sick of locked room murder mysteries, it's still a pretty good show. I think they can make it their own. Like
Yeah.
the plot, the premise wise, it's like premise and the characters wise, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they have different circumstances enough to not be a
And
copy
the
paste.
pacing is pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, pick this up definitely.
Right,
So,
the next show on
next
the list
show-
is Noragami Aragoto.
The sequel to Noragami, which was I think 2 years ago, the first season. But anyway, this is centered around the god Bishamon, the war god, and her. It is basically her arc where her Shinkis, her regalias are yeah, she has an inside spy, so sort of a spy situation where she's getting betrayed by someone she trusted,
Okay.
and
Sorry to cut you off here, but judging from what you're saying, you can't watch this if you haven't seen the previous one.
yeah, definitely this is
Because I
a
have
continuation.
no idea what the hell you just said.
So yeah, if you already seen Noragami, it's good. It would be better to jump into this. It's still good. The Noragami sequel is carrying on from the first season. Is really good. Quality animation, quality artwork, and great story. So far, they have yet to disappoint. So yeah.
So if you've seen Noragami, the original one, you're probably already watching it. So I'm assuming for those of us who have not seen this one, you'd probably be wise to start from the previous season. Yes.
Yeah, and I heard from manga only readers that shit goes down after the Bishamon arc. So keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. So moving on. Second last show is
Another
Owari
sequel.
no Seraph Nagoya Hen. Another
Mhm.
sequel. Yay! The show which I dropped. So yeah, I'll leave
Yeah.
this to you.
So surprisingly, I picked this up again, and surprisingly, it turned out to be better than the first season. So why do I
Okay,
say that?
explain.
Yeah, why did I say that? So you remember how the male lead is, right? Spunky being a total
Generic
dick and all
Yeah.
that shit.
and generic protagonist 12. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, he basically hates everyone when the first season starts, right?
Yeah.
So second season, he is now a better character. He shows emotion. He is understanding towards other people, and it's basically standard character growth that you will see. And he's no longer annoying. Like he hits his teammates' commands. He don't go start outright acts on his own, jeopardizing his entire teammate's life. And he doesn't, although he still acts like an ass to his superior, he doesn't go against his orders. It's like basically he turned from a kid that is basically gonna die by the next encounter into a kid that could be the next commander. That sort of situation.
Okay, and here's my question: Was it worth going through the entire first season?
I don't know. It's like I watched the first season because I had time to kill. So
I think that says a lot.
yeah. Yeah. And where you get the Hiroyuki Sawano soundtrack, so yeah, and there's that. But
Yeah, but let's just keep in mind that half the things he touches end up being questionable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see a reason to pick up Owari no Seraph again. It's like, if you have watched the first season, you can continue it from the second season. If not, then you have no reason to pick it back up.
Okay.
Yeah, if
So
you dropped it, you
more
have
of
no.
the- it's basically more of the same, but the character has clearly grown lah. Basically.
Yeah, they are focusing more on character growth for this season apparently, and they seems to be hinting on the plot of a major war between the humans and the vampires again. So we'll see how that
Okay.
turned out. The last season had their war, I would say, was really underwhelming.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like how the fight turned out from the first season. I don't like how the fight turned out. So yeah, if you dropped Owari no Seraph season 1, there is no reason to pick this back up again. But if you watch season 1, I would encourage you to pick it up for the sake of just seeing how the characters have grown. That's
Okay.
basically it.
All right. And now the final show is Comet Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like this show.
Yeah, the first episode was, I actually liked the first episode for the
first
presentation.
Okay, presentation, sound design, animation quality, the 3D wasn't so obvious. Yeah, it was pretty good in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
But plot and yeah, points for Joji Nakata being a random general. But yeah, this show generic show number 652.
Yeah, by the second episode, I was actually still okay with the second episode because they show that crazy kid that starts killing everyone.
Yeah, okay, fine. So it's Merit episode 2 showed that psycho Shota. Okay, that was pretty okay.
Yeah, it can
Then
go into
episode
dark
3,
territories.
And after episode 3, I would quote Snoop Dogg and drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, the third episode killed all interest for me. So I'm just gonna get this right. Are you trying to say that you're gonna convince me that this guy who was bumped into spilled his coffee, and it was a love at first sight where he just saw this lolly levitates something in midair and then spills a cake and then looks sad and he turns into a psycho guy whose main purpose is to see this girl that who just met in 1 minute being depressed as hell? How the hell? What the
It also didn't help that he manifested his hologram into a bloody 3D penguin.
yeah, how the hell you just met this guy for 1 minute and he became the main.
If you're telling me that all this levitation telekinesis thing is something that he shouldn't be doing, which is understandable, why has no one reported this to the cops?
Yeah, and
Like, clearly he wasn't the only guy there.
yeah, and just because of that encounter, they turned him into the full-on antagonist, and somehow he was recruited by the bad guy to become the hacker or anything. That just doesn't make sense.
Some other bullshit. And then I don't know how they could manage to balance that kind of mech on a tripwire that size. I don't. Well,
The third episode throws all common sense out the window.
But,
And-
like the look, they found a girl in the crystal. Girl has robot guardian which comes out of
Yeah.
nowhere. Turns out robot guardian is formed from a bloody caterpillar rock,
Yeah,
which is a snobbish bastard. And
don't get me
no.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I actually like the world. It's creative. It's unique.
The world is interesting. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the fucking cat pigeons and what
Yeah, the whole
yeah.
transport technology. Like even in the first episode, they show that the male lead, he sort of have a side occupation of being a miner.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen that since the first episode.
Yeah, I don't know lah, but it's like I don't know. This show, like, the world is interesting, but the actual plot that's going on is a bit. It's okay. Not a bit. Very underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know. I had originally I had the impression that it could have been the next Classroom Crisis, where it was basically bad pacing and weird direction for the first 5 episodes until they slowly unravels the plot. But episode 3 just undoes everything for me. It just doesn't make any sense, and I hate how it advanced.
I never really liked it from episode 1 from episode 1 already. So 2 just made it worse, and 3 just put the nail in the coffin. So no, I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
If
dropped it.
if you like this, then fine, no, you can go ahead. I mean, no one's gonna judge you, but this is definitely not for me.
Yeah. It may turn out to be something interesting by the end of the season, but I won't be stinging to watch. It's
and if you have free time to kill and you like this kind of show, then fine, go ahead. But when you have a limited time in your life and you can't watch everything, you can safely skip this if you're not into generic stuff.
Yep. So yeah, Comet Lucifer. Boo.
Alright, so that's about it, I guess, for the fall season.
That's it for our fall season. But I would like to add in honorable mention for Gintama.
Gintama.
Yeah, if the new ending song is any indication, we may get a plot twist by the end of this season, or something along those lines. If you're a manga reader, you may remember something bad went down in the latest few arcs, particularly something regarding the Shogun. So, they may bring this arc around for this anime. So yeah, we'll be waiting and we'll wait and see. So far, they haven't animated the Love Potion arc yet. Anyone who wants to ship Gintoki and Tsukuyo together, you would like to stick around for that. That pretty much confirms it's the Hinata Naruto sort of thing. Stick around for Gintama. You're gonna love the next few seasons if it's going on for the long season.
I just stopped Gintama at the Blade Dojo arc.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the
wait.
Beam Saber Dojo arc.
The Obi-Wan, yes.
Obi-Wan, I just stopped there. I didn't watch. I can let it accumulate a bit more.
Okay, so this season of Gintama could turn out to be something really spectacular. So keep an eye out for it.
Okay, so that concludes the DT podcast for the fall season, and we will see you again at the end of the season.
Yep, we may be bringing in a guest, or we'll see how. Sam is always available.
but not today, apparently. But yeah.
Well, he's in Cosma.
Yeah. Alright, that should be it then.
So, see you in 3 months' time.
3 months' time, unless you got anything else to upload. Well,
ciao. Well, we do have something. We do have a Metal Gear Solid podcast coming around. Mm-hmm. So anyone who has played Metal Gear Solid, be prepared for a spoiler discussion.
Yep, there will be a Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain discussion with DK and 2 guests. So, I'm not involved because I haven't bought the game yet. But yeah, okay.
And you would not want to be involved if you want to keep it spoiler free.
No, I'm not gonna watch it anyway because I haven't played the game yet. So I'm assuming this will be out in next month.
I'm thinking probably next week or so.
Okay, so I guess expect it uploaded by middle of the month then.
Yeah.
Alright, that concludes the podcast. Bye!
Alright, see you guys!